Hey everyone, so today I'll be doing a really quick review on the Real Techniques brushes. Just for a quick background of these brushes, they're created by a lady named Samantha Chapman, which that name might not ring a bell, but she's actually one of the Pixie Woo sisters here on YouTube. So this is what they typically look like. They're all kind of the idea of synthetic duo fibre brushes, as you'll see with all of them. And they also are quite colourful. So with typical brushes, you know, you kind of expect them to be black with a silver ferrule or whatever, but these ones, they're really cool because they're like different colours. So we've got purple, orange and pink, so I think that's really cool about them. So with all the brushes, they come with a rubberized tip on the end there, so it's kind of easy to handle. The brush itself is metal, as you'll hear, and like I said, it's a duo fibre synthetic brush. So that's pretty much what all of them look like. Now for pricing, they're typically sold individually, which is kind of in line with, say, MAC brushes and things like that. But you can also buy them in sets, which is kind of what I've done. So you can find these brushes in Australia in Priceline, and they average about $15 per brush, which is it's just crazy. I cannot justify spending that much on just one brush, but the way that I bought them, I actually saved a lot of money. Like, I think I've saved hundreds of dollars, honestly. So the way that I bought them was through iherb.com, which is an online website that sells a little bit of makeup. It's kind of like an online pharmacy, but it doesn't really have a lot on there. The reason why I went with iHerb is because they sell the brushes in a brush set for $15. So instead of paying $15 for one brush at Priceline, I got a whole set for $15, if that makes sense. So you'd be crazy not to take that opportunity. But this is what they look like when they come as a brush set. They come in a nice little plastic box, and each set has a different amount of brushes, so I can't really say you get 5 because with some of them you only get 3, if that makes sense. But this one in particular is called the starter set for your eyes, and as you can see, they're all purple. It's got all the brushes there, and this black casing is actually a little stand or a case for them, but to be honest, I actually throw these away. I don't really use them, so I can't really vouch for them. But on the back it just has a picture of Sam on there and a definition of each brush along there and what you can use them for. Now the interesting thing about these brushes is, although they say what they're made for, I actually use them for different uses. So this one in particular is a pointed foundation brush. Now I actually use this for concealer. I don't see how you could do foundation with this. As you can see, the size of it is tiny, but it is perfect for under eye concealing and things like that. So just because it says that it's used for, like it says foundation brush, doesn't mean you can't use it for something else, if that makes sense. So that's what the sets look like, and I have all 3 of them that are available. So obviously I have this one, which is called the starter set, like I said, for eyes, and then there's also a travel one and a face one, and all up for $15 each, so roughly, what's that, $45, I have got 12 brushes out of it. So rather than paying, what's that, 15 times 12, hang on, I've got to work it out. So if I bought all 12 of these brushes at Priceline at $15 each, it would have costed me $180 to have this brush set. Whereas going with iHerb, it's cost me $15 per set, and I've got 3 sets, so $45 for 12 brushes. You can't even compare that, 45 and 180, like, really? Are you kidding me? So yes, I'd say definitely skip out on buying them at Priceline. Definitely go straight to iHerb if you're watching this. Normally when brushes come in brush sets, they kind of miniaturize them. So if you know with MAC, how whenever they sell their little sets or whatever, you'd find that the brushes are about this big. And I thought that this might be the case for them, but I've compared them to what you actually buy in store, and they are the full size. You're not getting like a little stubby thing. It is the actual full brush that you're getting. As for the quality of these brushes, across the board, they're all really good. Like, I'm really impressed with them. That's why I bought all of the sets. Each brush is really densely packed. Like, you're not getting this really thin brush. Like, it's got a lot of hair in there, and it never ever really sheds, which I found really cool. And also, I don't know if this matters as much to you as it does to me, but the brushes don't eat up products, and by that I mean when you use other brushes, you like swirl it into the product, you'll go to put it on your face and you're like, oh, nothing happened because it's all gone into the brush, whereas these, like, the brush doesn't eat up the product, it goes onto your face. I don't know if that's important to you guys, but I thought that was something really cool about these brushes. The only fault that I can pick with these brushes, and this is me being really picky, is the rubberized ends. So if you store your brushes like I do, kind of in like a little cylinder kind of thing, when they are placed next to each other, the rubber ends rub up against each other, and it just feels weird to me. I don't know, it's just something that I don't like. I shiver at it. So that's just me being really picky, and that's honestly the only fault that I have with them. So if it came between me picking Real Technique brushes and MAC brushes, for example, I could never justify spending more than $10 on a brush like this again, because honestly, for a whole set for $15, you get just as good quality and it applies just exactly the same as this guy does, and I don't even want to say how much I spent on that. So in terms of money and quality and value, you really can't beat these brushes. They are honestly my favourite out there at the moment. Like, I can't find anything to beat them, and I'm really not interested in trying anything else because I'm just so wrapped up in them. They're so good. So like I said, I got them from iherb.com and I bought them completely with my own money. They didn't send them. They don't even know I'm making this video. But what they've done is they've sent me a coupon code that you guys can use to save money off your first purchase. So the code is TCK266. And what this does is it gives you $10 off your first purchase if it's $40 or more, or it'll give you $5 off your first purchase if it's less than $40. So let's just say you're going to try this brush set, which is $15. If you use that coupon code, it's only going to be $10. And I mean $10 for these brushes, you'd be crazy not to use it. So that's pretty much everything that I can say about these brushes. I've had them for about 3 months now, and honestly, I can't get over how good they are. Like, I just use them every single day. Like, I don't even reach for those ones over there, like that, just no, I just go straight to these ones, and that should pretty much say enough about them for you to try them. As per usual, if you have any questions that I didn't answer in this video, please ask them down below. I'm more than happy to answer any questions at all. But other than that, I will see you in my next video.